Hello, YouTube. It's Duncan here, Expedite Travels. Today I'm going to be doing a different video, talking about different YouTube expediting channels. So stay tuned. So I'm going to show you guys this way rather than me upload different photos and all that kind of stuff. I just did a search on YouTube Expediting. Sprinter Van Expediting #1, Sprinter Van Expediting episode 1, my first 3 weeks out recap. This guy's channel's name is The Great Simulator.
Alright, YouTube, this is my last day at home. Possibly I might be home tomorrow, but this is I'm on the last leg of my week off. As some of you know, I went back out on the road doing expediting. If you don't know what expediting is, it's similar to trucking, pretty much. It's less than truckload, basically what it is. You know, you pick up a load, point A, take it to point B. I have a 2018 Dodge ProMaster 2500, so I can load up to 3 skids. The max that I could carry is about 3,000 pounds. So I've had a few instances where I've carried my max weight, but never 3 pallets. You know, pretty much, you know, I have a bed back here, so I'm not out on the road having busy. I did about almost 1,500 miles. Almost 18 if you include the deadhead. But then week 2, it slowed way down. I mean, it slowed way down, and it was, you know, really, really bad. I think I only had like, you know, maybe 500-600 miles at best. And it really wasn't a good week. I was starting to get down. I was questioning if this is what I should even be doing. And had a talk with a few people, including my fleet owner, who was a great fleet owner. He pretty much kept me motivated, kept me in the game.
All right, so that's this guy's channel. I don't know how many videos he's got. I'm gonna have to start subscribing to all these new people. I have not been up to date on some of the YouTube channels, so if you're watching, I'm sorry. I have a life outside of YouTube, and I'm home. I have a wife and 2 kids and a full-time job and a YouTube channel, so I'm sorry. Don't be offended. Go check this guy out. Anything he says or talks about, you can always gain some kind of information from. So go and check this dude out, and we'll move on to the next channel. Alrighty, so that guy's channel's name is The Great Simulator. Move down the list here. There we go. There's another one. The Crafty Trucker. How we get loads.
Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
How you doing today? Hope everybody's being safe out there on the road. If you're not on the road, hope you're having a great day. We get a lot of questions of people asking, why don't we go look at other load boards to get loads? So we thought we would talk about how we get our loads and kind of explain how we get our loads and explain what we've learned of how other people can get loads, you know. But really just wanted to explain how we get our loads and how it works with the carrier we're at now, and we'll talk about our previous carrier, how we got loads over there.
With the carrier that we're with now, the way that we get our loads, we have a contract with them and we are exclusive to them. So we're not able to look at other load boards outside of our carrier's network to get loads. We had somebody suggest looking at Uber Freight, you know, some other load boards, but unfortunately, we're not able to do that. When you sign a contract with the majority of carriers, it's saying that you're exclusive to them, meaning you can't go to outside sources or find your own freight outside of their approved Network, yes,
Right,
thank
right.
you. So the way we get freight, we can go through agents, which are approved agents for our carrier.
And they're kind of like dispatchers, but the difference between the agent and dispatchers is the agents aren't centralized.
And they're independent.
They're
They work for
independent.
themselves.
They're just like us. They're independent.
Alrighty, good information. I thought it was helpful. When you're leased to a carrier, like Jason and Heather said, if you are not multi-broker or something like that. I've never done anything like that. I've always been signed on with one carrier. It's called multi-carrier. There we go. So if you're signed on with 4 or 5, maybe 6 different carriers, then you can take whoever's freight you want. But if you're exclusive to one company, say like Load One or Barrett or C&M Transport, Panther, whoever, then you have to take loads through them. Let's move on to the next one. Good info. All right, here's one. Make 6 figures in expediting with 0 experience. Let's click on this thing and see what she's all about.
What's going on with the truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. So we're out here with the trucking couple today. I mean, it's a beautiful day, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So you getting on camera with me, or am I gonna do this all by myself?
You jump on and you give people the information first, and I'll get on in a second.
So my name is Frank, and I'm one half of the trucking couple. On my channel, we talk about everything expediting and trucking, whether it's trucks, the industry, or the lifestyle. As you can see behind me, it's our truck. This is our baby. It's a 120-inch sleeper with a bathroom. And expediting is what we do. We contract with FedEx Custom Critical. We are what's known as expediters in the industry. It's called exclusive use freight. So when somebody hires our truck, they buy the whole truck. There's no LTL, there's not a bunch of freight or anything like that. You go pick up that customer's freight. It's the only thing that goes on the truck, and it's business to business. So we go pick up that freight, pick it up, we drive it straight, whether it's 100 miles or 2,000 miles to that customer, and we deliver that freight. So that's the nature of our business.
Okay, well, that's Frank from the trucking couple. This other guy here, the Asian May Show, I guess he just interviews people. So the guy that was talking with the sunglasses and the goatee, that's Frank. The trucking couple, him and his wife do team in a straight truck like Jason and Heather. And go check out the trucking couple. And let's get people informed, get people running for the right rates and all that stuff. And I'm a one-man show. I can't do it all, folks. So let's get back to it and see what else we can find. Should you get into expediting with your own van? Zimmaleta answers 12 years experience. So here we go. We'll click on this bad boy.
Welcome to Zimmaleta. In today's video, I would like to talk about Expedite trucking, load boards, trucker load boards, van load boards, and just getting into the business in general. I don't want to make it real long. I want to stay straight to the point. I want to talk about more in this video about the trucking industry of things. But as you can see, I'm sitting inside my van right now. This is not a truck. Maybe it looks like in the video, but this is a Sprinter van. And I'm sitting inside talking to you guys about this industry. I've been in this industry for 12 years. I've definitely learned a lot over the years. What to do, what not to do. Best way is, I guess, to stay in business. But I've been thinking a lot about loading people and, other drivers and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that I'm going to do that. I'm not saying that I won't. Because, as you guys know, my true passion is real estate investing, which is a topic of its own. But if you're right now sitting watching this video and you're thinking, should I get into this expedite business? This looks like a good idea. Lots of money in it. I could go ahead and get in it and start making money. Then you quickly realize, especially if you live in like in Florida or New York, like Florida, the very minimum insurance you're going to need is, it's going to cost $10,000 for a million liability, 100,000 cargo, which you need in order to start getting hired by these companies that load you. In New York, it's now like $19,000. I think in North Carolina, probably around like $7,000, $8,000. Used to be like $6,500 in North Carolina and stuff like that. But when you look that like the cost of insurance, and then you're gonna say, okay, I don't have a van, I need to go purchase one now, and you're starting to think, well, is Sprint the right choice for me? Ford, ProMaster, whatever, what have you? And you're looking at those options, and you're like, whoa, that's gonna be like expensive payment. You're gonna look like, okay, like you're gonna.
Well, makes sense to me. Yeah, when you're getting into this, do your due diligence, find out how much van payment was going to be, your insurance payments and everything. If you go with multi-carrier, you're probably going to have to carry your own cargo. You might have to carry your own cargo insurance depending on what companies you go with. So you go with somebody like Panther, Bolt Express, that you can get insurance, your whole insurance through them. So you'd have to call around and find out how much their insurance would cost per month plus your van payment. So that's good information from I almost called him Zippaletta. Zimaletta know-how. And he's been doing this, I guess, for 12 years. So everybody has information. Get that information while it's hot, man. Alrighty, here's another one. Everything Apex.
Searching this industry to get into it. However you ended up finding out about expediting or whatever. You're looking at these videos, trying to get information. If you're not already in the industry and you're looking to get into it, please fucking do your research, all of it. Not just ask one or two people how much they make and that sounds like enough money, so bam, you're going to go invest in a van or something. That just makes no damn sense whatsoever, man. It makes absolutely no sense. There's people that do more than enough research, but more is better than not enough. And the reason not researching enough is bad because those that, especially for those that invest into a van and put money into fixing the van up to be able to be on the road, but have never been on the road, and once they get out and they don't understand that once they come out, it's about learning the freight lanes. It's about learning how to live on the road in a van, how to manage your money so that you can see that you're turning a profit. It's easy to just come out here. It's very easy to come out here and get in this industry, but it's more difficult to come out here, be successful at it, earn a solid income, and continue to be a part of this industry. So many people come and go, and most of it's just because bottom line, they're not honest with themselves about whether or not they can do it, because they just think that they can't, because they think they like driving around the block a couple times at home. So hell, I think I like driving, throw the radio on, put the window down, put the AC on, I'm good. It's way different out here, man. Gotta do your fucking research on this shit, man. You gotta do what's what people are recommending, which some of the things are, if you've never worked over the road, work for a fleet owner first, man. See if you can actually do the road, the life.
Very good information. I usually talk with Alan on Zello. We belong to a Transportation Life Wheels, Wings, Rudders Facebook group for expediting drivers, people, and we have boat captains, people that fly airplanes, truck drivers, 18-wheel truck drivers, straight truck drivers, people in expedite vans, people in that do courier work. We got a lot of people in there, so if you're thinking about getting into this, check out Transportation Life Wheels, Wings, and Rudders. Go in there. You have to answer a couple questions before we trust you in. Let them know that I sent you, and then you can start the information station. All right, here's another guy that's expediting in a van. He's in a ProMaster. Expediting with Big D. Let's see what Mr. Del Marbeel, Mr. Del, has to say.
Good morning, YouTubers. It is my Big D coming to you live and in person again. I'm here at a pilot, Pennsylvania. Been here for a couple days. Have a nice load from Oklahoma out here, and freight's dead. Yep. What I'm going to talk about today is something most people don't like to hear. You see, everybody wants to hear the good about this job, you know, the lifestyle, which is it is. It's a lifestyle. What you're going to give up. I mean, you know, look, you have a good family life. To make money, you're going to have to be away from home a lot. Okay? So therefore, you're going to basically have to sacrifice. And wait time. That's just the way it goes. So, you know, if you got small kids growing up and everything, it may not be the job for you because you want to be at home to see your kids grow up. But the other thing is that the part no one likes to talk about is the roughly almost 90% failure rate. Yeah, I said it, almost 90%.
There we go. True words spoken. You're going to have to be away from home. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You're going to sit places waiting for freight. Maybe your freight's dried up in the area you're at. You may have to deadhead. You know, a lot of people do fail in this business, I believe, because they don't do the proper due diligence trying to look into it. They just, I can get a van and make all this money. Nah, man. Ask questions. Knowledge is key. Anyways, on to the next one. Alrighty, let's see here. Where's my little cursor at? Here we go. My Life's Ventures, aka Tim Expedites. Used to be called Tim Expedites, changed his name to My Life's Ventures. Let's see what Timmy has to say today. This is an older video.
Look at that. Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Just trying to do a little preparation of my second cup of Java this morning. So, I wanted to make a little video about a question I get asked quite a bit. And I hope that folks can come to this video and get the answers they're looking for, rather than thinking they have to ask the same question over and over and over. So to get right to it, one of the main questions I get asked a lot is, how much money do you make? Or, you know, how much money do you make per mile? What's your cents per mile? It's really a hard question to answer outright. You can't just say, hey, I make this much a week. It's never the same. Even if you're working for somebody making, you know, 70 cents a mile, 80 cents a mile, 90 cents, $1 a mile, it's never the same. It always changes week to week to week. You're not like working in a warehouse and you have the same 40-hour paycheck every week. It changes. And not only that, I mean, you can go one day, you know, you do a load for, you know, let's say 85, 90 cents a mile. And you go, you know, you do your 1,000-mile run. Well, you can do the math on that to see what you make, but then the next day you do a 300-mile run at $1.50 a mile. Okay, so again, do the math. So it's like you're always making a different cent per mile pending the run you're on. At least.
Yep, that's very true. You could, if you're on a set contract for, I don't know, let's just say 85 cents a mile. You get 85 cents a mile and you run 1,500 miles. Then the next day you don't get anything and you run a 200-mile run or 300-mile run. And then you get another 1,600 or 1,700-mile run. Or you could just do shorties. So your pay is never the same. It's not a regular 9-to-5 job where, yeah, I'm going to make $800 a week, when I show up to work and do my job. This isn't like that. You could get a, I don't know, $500 paycheck. After you pay for everything, you could get $1,500 to $2,500. It just depends on what you make after all of your expenses. That's the key, after expenses, because there's expenses even as a fleet, working for a fleet owner. You have fuel, cell phone, bills, or whatever you have to do. Keep that in mind. Alrighty, here's another one. Mike and Amy expediting a quick tour of our van. So let's click on this.
Right, today's cleanup day on the old Ford Transit 250. I'm gonna clean this thing up. I'll kind of give you a little tour once it's clean, and show you how we operate. Alrighty, here we are inside the back of the van. I'm gonna go ahead and start showing you guys what we have set up in here. Alright, no further ado. Here's the front. We have all the essentials: a duster, blinder for the window, little pack of toothpicks up there. Above there we keep our paperwork on that side, and over here we keep some paper towels there. And here's the front. There's our communication with our carrier. Just a normal Transit 250. Here we have curtains set up across here to separate. When one's back here resting on the bed, we can close the curtains. Right now they're in front of the seat, just for the sake of the video. And we have on the walls, I have the walls covered with shipping blankets, wool-based shipping blankets. They are just...
Alright, so there we go. Mike and Amy did a tour of his 250 Transit. Like the idea of the shipping blankets on the walls. You can probably, excuse my thumb, you can probably put magnets on the back of them and conform it to your vehicle to help out with insulation. And it's probably a cheap way to do it. Maybe, I think he put snaps or something on there. Yeah, cool idea. There's Mike and Amy, so go check out their channel, see what they're all about. And shall we move on to the next? Alrighty, who's this guy? The Life of Petrovich.
Me, it's not ready, so I got 2 hours to basically spend doing whatever. Usually it doesn't happen like this, but on occasion they won't have the shipment ready, the parts or whatever they got a package. So we're just gonna see what's up here around town, maybe take care of a couple things I got here, make a couple phone calls, and yeah. Stopped across the street, this place called Jet Pep. You know, any kind of gas station place where you could just sit for a little while until the shipment's ready. I gotta get fuel anyway, so it makes sense to just stop here. Fuel right here, right now is 309. Singing pleasure to meet ya. Green and black, throw it up so we see ya. Yep. You wanna let the dispatch know, or if you're working for some fleet owner, you know, whoever you're in contact with, basically. Alright, well, we just got our pickup here off that ramp. We got a pretty light load here. It's only 169 pounds, so I clamped it shut to this corner wall. Yeah, always make sure you, well, most of the time, majority of the time, you're gonna put it around the skid itself.
Yep, there you go. I've been there. Got to a place. Sorry, sir. Stuff's not going to be ready for 2-3 hours. Okay, can I get your name? Okay, name's Scott. Okay, call dispatch. Yeah, Scott in shipping says the freight's not going to be ready for 2 to 3 hours, and usually you will get detention time. What's that? Getting paid for basically you're waiting for their freight. They said it would be ready at 1 o'clock, and it's not going to be ready till 4 or 5 at night now. You know, 1 p.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. So, part of the game, man, part of the gig. Let's move on to the next dude, and or next, I should say, person, dude. Here we go. Here's another guy, Mr. Rod, rare shooter expediting trucker. Rod.
Embarking upon my expediting experience, new business. Outside of my firearms business, I also have a transportation business where I do local freight delivery and things like that. But I'm looking to grow my business. And in growing my business, expediting is my next step, my next progression. So right now I'm in the market to purchase a used cargo van, a large van. As you can see now, I do all my deliveries and transportation in a very small cargo van because everything is local. So right now, I'm looking at the Mercedes Sprinter, the Ford Transit, and the Dodge ProMaster. After seeking the advice of other people in the game, other people in expediting, people with expediting experience, they have been very forthcoming with a lot of valuable information. I thank all of you guys for that. Every one of you guys, especially Apex, who has a YouTube channel also. He has been very generous with this information, and I really appreciate that, my friend.
So there we go. There's Rod. Like I said before, I know him from Zello. Nice guy. He ended up getting a Mercedes Sprinter, but he was just starting out in it. He got on to check Rod's channel out. Just don't take my word for stuff. You know, there's other people that they cover different things, and we're trying to get people educated in the business because it helps us all out. We're all in it together. Alrighty, here's another guy, Expediting Land. Alrighty, Expediting Land. He does a lot of karaoke videos lately. He does have some Expedite information videos, so I back upload out of Kent, WA. Let's see here. Short bio about me, trips, newcomer, straight truck, drivers. He has quite a bit of videos. There's some good information in some of his videos. I just can't remember. I think he's changed some of the thumbnail tags and everything, thumbnails on it. So go check out his channel, man. Let's see here. He does a lot of karaoke videos now, which is pretty funny. I get a kick out of them. But Expediting Land. All right, here's another one. Tom and Lish. They do expediting in a straight truck. They're a team. Living, loving, expediting. The last video they did 1 day ago. The day we ran out of fuel.
What's up, everyone?
Well, we've got a beautiful view of the Chicago skyline. We're sitting here on the 3rd level at the loading docks at the
McCormick
Center to unload one crate. We've been here for a couple hours, so hopefully we can unload.
So here we sit on the side of the road. Why, you ask? because even the best of us, without proper trip planning, run out of fuel 9 miles from the truck stop. So I'm currently sitting here waiting for a truck to arrive with 5 gallons of fuel to get me 9 miles down the road. It's beautiful, rainy day. That's why you don't always trust the fuel gauges in these trucks. See, I did something to it to make it do this, and I don't know how to fix it.
My phone does it.
It never did that before.
I think you just weren't paying attention.
No. How's it going, Herschel? Well, we're at our stop to do our driver switch and grab a shower. Oh, and just to recap yesterday, when I was having the issues and I thought we ran out of fuel, it wasn't her fault. Come to find out, when we took the truck in to get service, they didn't, even though she specifically went in to ask them if they had changed the fuel filter in it, and they said they did. They didn't. So that's just a good reminder that when you go to have your service done, that you watch what they do and double check.
Make sure they do what they say they're doing.
Yeah, make sure they do what they're going to say you're going to do, because that cost us. I wound up finding out it was a fuel filter.
Well, there's Tom and Lish, living, loving, expediting. He did not run out of fuel. It was his fuel filter that the place he went to get an oil change, could have been like, I don't know, Speedco or a truck stop or something. They got the oil changed. You're supposed to change the fuel filter, and the place said they did and they didn't. So that stuff kind of happens. There's my damn thumb again. That stuff kind of happens. So keep on, watch people, man. Watch people when they do your maintenance on your vehicle, fleet owner's vehicle, such like that. But hey guys, I'm gonna cut the video off here. I'm gonna be doing some more of these, finding some more people doing expediting videos on YouTube, and try and get the knowledge of wealth out there. Wealth of knowledge, or however the hell you say that. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, share it. You have a question, throw it down below in the comment section. I answer all questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now, and we'll talk to you on the next one.